Hello, people of the internet. Today, I will be attempting to build a kind of pickup truck thing. I just saw this truck and thought it looked cool in the Unreal Engine version of automation. So here you'll see it doesn't really look like a large American truck at the moment, but we will build it into one. We'll build it into quite a crazy truck actually, but still hopefully won't lose focus of what it is. Now this is a 1980s body, although we won't be building a 1980s vehicle. I just have to think of what materials will I use. AHS steel is probably the best for mass production. I don't know. It doesn't give you the handy statistics it gave you before, which is annoying. We'll definitely be using longitudinal with perhaps McPherson's strut and solid axle leaf. Also, we want a ladder. What am I doing here? So, double wishbone and solid axle leaf. Well, if that's the way it wants to be. I could use any of these, but they're unrealistic for a truck, let's be honest. Leaf springs are just used because they work. Now, aluminium, I don't think we want that on a rugged work truck. It's lighter, but it's not as tough. So we want steel in this case. We want this body style. Ooh, we got a lot longer there. But we can, hopefully, move things about on it, like such. So we could move those out, which would arrive us with wider tyres. Yes, that is an expression now. And bring those rear ones out as well. That means we could have, hopefully, quite high performance tyres. We have a flickering drive shaft, which is weird, but that's happening, apparently. And we can maybe bring this forwards. No, it won't let us. So, could only bring that back. Bring that back too. Those wheels are quite small. We'll have to do something about that. Can bring the front back, though. And there we go. Plastic. Now, I'm not really sure what kind of thing we're doing here. We can paint them red. Can we paint those chrome? If we could do that, that would add quite nicely, actually. Yeah, we can. It just seems either you double click or something, but I'm not too sure. So we have wheel primary and wheel lip. Could wheel lip be carbon fibre? I'm really, again, I'm trying to work my way around. I think we just want full chrome wheels. Now, what else do we have? We have trim. Ooh, that's very nice. We can put chrome around the windows to signify it's a kind of high-end version of the truck, which it is going to be. So, we have window trim there. We have whatever this is. Chrome bumpering there, yes. Fitting together very nicely, actually. Primary body. We could go with pretty pink. Bumpers front and rear. Chrome, yes. I think chrome. We have bonnet, that can be pretty pink too. And all car slot, let's not mess with that, it'll probably ruin everything. That seems to be, for now, done. We've got some nice chrome on here. Well, nice to me. Although, do we want pretty pink? Or do we want blueberry? Yeah, it looks strange. It goes across my monitor and it looks like a different colour almost from one monitor to the other. Now, body. Primary body. Yes, we want blueberry. They made the channel for my colour. The colour for my channel. I got there eventually. And that's very nice of them. Thank you, automation developer. Now, what else do we have here? It doesn't seem like I have mods on this. That's just something we'll have to accept. So, we could go with, I think, 4 little lights here. Come on. You can go up like that. There we go. Beautiful. Well, at least it says, so it seems beautiful to me, should I say? Can go with these. Doo-doo-doo. You can go there. This looks okay. Could probably move these outwards a little more though. And then that can go down some more. Yeah, not perfect, but not horrible looking either. Can we get a spoiler? Yes, we need a spoiler. But where do we put a spoiler? It doesn't seem very eager to go anywhere. Maybe it won't let me have a spoiler. Oh, wait. What have I done? I think the spoiler is somewhere. As to where, I'm not particularly sure. We'll have to come back to this. Now, I'll get the grill. I think I know what grill I want. Yes, powerful American grill. Which way turns it the other way up? Do I have to do that? Whoa. And there we go. Come on. Yes, the big mouth of the vehicle. Come on, snap to the middle. There's our truck so far. It's kind of ugly, but it'll do the job. Now, we can go with a V6 or a V8 or a V12. Now, it's my truck, so I think we know what kind of engine I'll go with. I think I'll build a turbo inline 6. Full aluminium, naturally. 2 valve per cylinder, perhaps. Should I? 2 or 4, or maybe 3. I think I'll go single overhead cam, 4 valve per cylinder, aluminium with VVL, and I'll return when I finish designing this thingy. Okay, so here we have our engine, and I've just clicked on something. It's not the best engine in the world, and I should probably have gone for a dual overhead cam, but as I'll show you now, it is a 4.5 litre non-turbo inline 6. I just have to load this stuff back on, and there's our engine. It's multi-point electronic fuel injected as well, because single point wasn't getting me the power I wanted. I could have gone with direct, but it would just increase the cost even more. Now, if I remove the rocker cover, as it is, you'll see there we have our little rockers. Little Motorola rockers. Now, we have VVT, though, and VVL, so it's not too terrible in that respect. We are making 403 horsepower. I decided to leave it there, although I would have liked even more power. I guess it's okay for the time being. You'll have to turbocharge it later or something. It revs to 8100. I looked at the performance index. It doesn't really change unless I reduce it below that. So that's fine. We've got absolutely no problems here. Perhaps I could even cheapen some bits. Yeah, forged steel. Well, I say cheapen. It's really engineering time where we make the saving. If we look forged steel versus billet steel, engineering time seems to be the same, oddly. So, we'll go with billet, perhaps. Yeah, billet's lighter. But, things like this, we can reduce and still have no problems at all. That has a lower engineering time, lower max RPM and lower torque as well. But no problems. Below that it does have problems. Really, it's just getting the balance right. I should have done this before, but I didn't. Now, forged pistons, they're okay, But I think we want lightweight forged if we're to make this engine as it is. Still, got rid of a titanium conrod, so that's a decent chunk of money. It adds a tiny amount of weight, as you'll see, about 0.7 kilograms, but it's nothing much compared to the rest of the engine. Now, what else was I going to say? I've just forgotten. It was very expensive. I'm just trying to find the cost. Material cost we'll see here. 1934.4 for the engine. It leaps up if I go with the titanium conrods. So that's why we don't want to do it. Because it's quite a big engine naturally, and we've got a lot of cylinders. Well, 6. It's more than 4 or 5 cylinders. That's for sure. So we have to save money on things like that, where it is really intensely hitting the wallet. And anyway, we have got this. I think I adjusted it with the other conrods and I didn't get as much power, which is odd, but that's the way things must have gone. 69 on ignition timing, working very well there. I gained another horsepower even. Do I have to gain some RPM? No, but I have gained some performance index, which is something. Now, if we look at the exhaust diameter, oh, I didn't adjust that in a while, so hence the sudden power boost there. Now we're going to rev the engine, so sort my PC volume out. I just really like the sound of this, like 6-cylinder muscle car kind of feel. It also has a bit of race engine in here because it's incredibly high revving. I say that, well, it revs quite high. So, $2,000 and 412 horsepower. Doesn't seem like too bad a compromise, and there's a seizure-inducing flicker under there, so we probably shouldn't go there. Now, we want longitudinal 4x4, or do we? I'm just thinking longitudinal rear-wheel drive. This is the sport variant, and the trim and stuff is doing all kinds of goofy dances at the moment. Now, I think we want a manual, a 7-speed manual at that. And a geared limited slip differential should help us quite nicely put the power down. Now we can go with different tyre widths. Ooh, what's that going on there? So there's this and then there's rim diameter. Now, what else do we have? It looks like the tyres say France on, which would be an odd thing to see on a truck's tyres. Also, we don't want them quite that wide. 345s are wide tyres, though. If I could get 325s, I would be happy. And then what are we getting on the front? Narrower than the rear, but still, if we can get wide tyres, I'll be happy. I think I'd be happy with 285 front, 325 rear. So we can actually do this here as well. That's very convenient. I've stretched it out maybe a bit too much. I don't know. When I've stretched the rear out as well, it will begin to look okay. It's a wide body truck in the wheel sense, which sounds crazier than it is. Now, what can we have? 295s? Looks like we can fit 295s on the front and 335s on the rear. Ooh, 345s on the rear even. This is wide tired, but so it would need to be. It's leaf sprung on the rear. Yeah, is that our wing on the back? I don't know, it went a bit mad, so it's hard to tell. Now, what do we want here? If we go with tyre diameter that's larger, we'll then want larger wheels to fill it. But it is a high performance American truck, so we'll want bigger tyres and bigger wheels all in all. We don't just want to leave them the same. 23 inches? Could go with 24s, but it begins to look really obnoxious by that point. 23s even look obnoxious. Maybe that would work. It looks like it's slammed on the rear though. It looks like it should be higher off the ground there. So I don't know if that's just a suspension thing at the moment or what's going on. Rim offset. I think I know what that is. I could be wrong though. I think it's how the wheel looks. So you'll see there, we want that effect on the rear maybe, not so much the front. Yeah, it kind of makes it look deeper. Do we want deeper wheels? I just don't think we want it outright. Although because the rears are wider tyres, we can balance it out that way. Unless I'm imagining it wrong. No, that's how far out the wheels are. I'm just being stupid. Okay. Alloy wheels are what we'll go with. Or carbon fibre perhaps. Nah. It's a mainstream truck. This isn't the crazy high performance one. And what's happening with my grille? It's just got really mad and turned evil on me. I think we want 3 piston brakes. This is a giant of a car. And we want 300mm, I think. Or do we want 2 piston? No, 3 piston. And we'll have solid discs on the rear of 2 pistons. And they can go up to 250mm. Yay! I'm thinking of this like a Corvette, only the modern Corvettes are more powerful than this. All of them. It's not even competitive with the standard model, so wouldn't have much hope there. But then it's the kind of thing Chevrolet would do, detune the truck to make the supercar look better, even though it isn't actually any quicker. We want fully clad under tray, I think. Active wing. And do we want an active wing? I don't know, no. Yes, no, maybe. Don't think we need any of this stuff. Now, how much cooling airflow does it say? Okay. Body effective area, cooling effective. Yeah. It's hard to say because it doesn't seem to give me a solid number. How would you fit 6 seats in it? I guess it could be 2 benches. Sure, let's have 6 seats. Or essentially 2 seats, but the seat 6 people. And we want a fairly premium interior, I think. Variable hydraulic. This is power. Oh, that's power steering. It's going to be a heavy truck, so it's hard to say. I don't want electric steering. I want it to have proper steering feel. Sportiness on hydraulic. I think it's higher. I think sportiness is higher on variable hydraulic. So let's go with that. We could have traction assists. But do we need them? I think we'll have a fairly standard level, as it is a standard truck. Standard safety. Hydropneumatic suspension, as you do. Hydropneumatic leaf springs. That's a thing now, because I say it is. Set up for comfort. And then we get all the track advantages of hydropneumatic suspensions. Still calculating that. Okay. What's the weight balance? Does it say? Oh dear, one moment. Okay, so here we have our truck. I've not done much design work, I'll admit it's pretty ugly, but all the functional stuff is here. It's a very, very heavy vehicle. It weighs about 2.9 tons. And the downforce, well, there's a severe lack of it. That might have helped us, but it's slow enough as it is. I don't really want the downforce slowing it down even more. We do have 56% frontal weight distribution, and the brakes are, well, carbon ceramics and vented discs on the rear. I did have vented discs on the front with less pistons, and on the rear solid discs with 1 less piston. So that's the time I'm using, because the difference was so minimal I can't really justify having the carbon ceramics on this vehicle. So if we look at the markets, we'll see in Frunia they do quite like it as a utility premium vehicle. with a strong focus on comfort, as it says, which is what this is. You know, we've got that all set up and everything. There are a few things I have to show though, so I'll move on to them. We've got a fully clad under tray. I'm not sure it was always fully clad, but it is now. We have, yeah, the new brakes, but as I said, they were different before. And we have 345 rear tyres and 305 front tyres, which is something, you know. Not the widest tyres in the world, but they're okay. Now, the perhaps largest change we've got is on the engine. First we'll pass through here though, and we'll see if the transmission is badly mis-set up. I don't know, I don't think it will have bothered it too much around our specific test course, but that has changed it. It supposedly did 60 in 0. No, that would be crazy. 6.5 seconds, which is not bad at all. And here we have our turbo lag. Why do we have turbo lag? Because the engine is now a turbo. It's got a large intercooler as well. I could go with a huge, but I set up with a large. It didn't seem to make any difference. So anyway, we can try adjusting everything. Did I gain? No, I didn't. But we've got 647 horsepower, so almost 650. Similar power to the new Corvette Z06. Not bad by any means. We also have a huge amount of torque, but with some lag. I decided this was better. Also, it adds 60 kilos, I mentioned that now. But I believe this is better overall, because it turns it into a super truck finally, as opposed to just a high performance muscle truck. Like, there was a Dodge Ram with a Viper engine many years ago, and that had 510 or something like that for horsepower, so we really have to go with a high bar for power in order to compete. The miles per gallon is pretty poor, if I can find where it goes. $40,000 for this as well. It's ridiculously expensive. But yes, we have 4.5 seconds to 60. Pretty good all in all. And I've lost my fort train. Yay! We'll see though. There's some stuff. Something's missing apparently. I'm not sure what that's all about. But it weighs 2.9 tons and 56% of the way at the rear. I'm not sure what's going on here, but adding the turbo seemed to make it more rear heavy than it already was. It was saying 55% rear, but I assume that was a mistake and it was actually frontwards weight. So I don't know, these things slightly confuse me. But anyway, I'm happy with what I've built here. It's not quite finished, but it is more a test than anything. And as I mentioned before, I have got a time, which I'll mention just before I finish this video off. It's called Super Truck, by the way, and it is just below the prison van for kids, which was supposed to be a Vauxhall Zafira VXR rival, and the Speedy Mabob sports car. Not too bad for a massively heavy truck. It has beaten Boaty McHatchback and CRT Pong on the sport tyres as well as the Core 2 Duo Super Sport van, another project I kind of did but never uploaded. But anyway, I'm pretty content with this. For a 2.9 ton truck on comfort suspension, it's not done bad at all. I just wish I could take the bodywork off. It doesn't seem to let me do that anymore, sadly. No, I don't know. But there's our inline 6. The mighty little engine there, although it's not little, it's 4.5 litres. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at this and say goodbye until another day.